Hi, this is Chef Mick from Tony's Market. Today we're going to make vegetables and pasta Siciliano with your garden vegetables. I'm going to start with some nice olive oil. I like to use Piqual olive oil when I'm cooking. Piqual, this olive, it's a type of olive, Piqual. It actually holds temperature better, and this is a good choice to use. It's also got a nice, intense flavor, I think. And to that I'm going to add some garlic. Some fresh sliced garlic or quartered or cubed garlic. I'm going to let that poach in there. It doesn't need to go real hot, but we're going to cook that. Essentially, we're going to make a nice flavored garlic oil here. If your vegetables all cook at about the same time, we can just estimate how long they're going to take and add them right to our pasta. We go, I've got some asparagus, just a little bit bigger pieces of asparagus. You know, and the big asparagus is really good too. It's skinny asparagus is good, thick asparagus is good too. It has to do with the temperature of the time when it's cooking. Okay, now the garlic, we don't need to go real hot. I might be a little hot here. It's starting to brown. We don't necessarily want it to brown, but that's okay if it browns. It gives you a little bit deeper flavor. And our Italian sausage, I put this on the grill. I took my time with it. I cooked this over medium heat. Give it time. You don't want to pierce the skin ever. You don't want any of the juices to come out. Cook it over medium heat just until it's firm. This stuff is ready to go. What we're going to do is we're going to take the spaghetti right from the pot and put it into this oil. We don't want it to be too hot because oil and water don't go together. It could kind of explode on you. So put this on the granite counter. That'll cool it off quickly. All right, so we're going to take our pasta along with the asparagus. We're going to add it right to the oil. We got to let that oil cool a little bit so we don't get burned. Asparagus in there, and then we're going to also add the other vegetables that we have. We'll toss these all together. We'll turn the heat back up. We'll just warm them together to marry. Just a few minutes. So the flavors we have in here are really just the vegetable, a little bit of garlic oil. So we're going to need a little bit of seasoning for this. I'm going to give it a little hit of crushed red pepper. I'm going to give it some black pepper. And I'm going to give it some salt. Just a little, because I want to finish the dish with a little bit more salt. Now, since everything going in here is hot, it's not going to take long. If you think it's drying a little bit, just add a little splash of your pasta water. A nice little trick there. It actually enhances the flavor and makes it a little bit more saucy. Now, if you didn't want to do it with olive oil, you could just use a different sauce. You could use like a vodka sauce, you could use a marinara sauce, really flexible. Any combination of veggies is going to be nice, any pasta. I just try to use a long skinny pasta if I'm using strips of vegetables, or if you're using chunks of vegetables, use a chunky pasta. Remove this out of the pot. Oh yeah, look at that. Beautiful. Lots of vegetables. So to this, I'm going to finish this up with a little Parmigiano Reggiano. This is magic. That's the good stuff. A little bit more cracked black pepper and a little fleur de sel. This is, they call it the flower of the salt. It's kind of a chunky sea salt flake, and it gives you that little crisp snap of a saltiness. Beautiful. In advance here, I took some tomatoes and I sliced them and I put them with onions and some little strips of bell pepper. Any combination you want, but onion and tomato is really fabulous. Then I've got some basil and I've got some tarragon out of the garden here, and I've got some chives and a little bit of thyme. I'm just going to mix those up and put a little bit of that on top. Let's put some on here too, what the heck. A little bit of thyme, a little bit of thyme. All right, we're going to finish this up with some olives, just because the combination is so beautiful. And then some curls of Parmesan cheese. I like to take a vegetable peeler and take this off in big curls. Oh, the flavor is so nice. You can make them as wide or as thin as you want. And now, the salad, Italian sausage. Bring it over here. I turned this off a few minutes ago, so it's starting to cool off. We're going to cut this on a bias. If I've given it some time to rest, what happens is it holds its moisture a little bit better, and this is perfect. Just right. We've got kind of a reddish color because we use a little bit of tomato sauce in our sausage. And here we go. All right, a beautiful dish that your family's going to love, and it's made in a matter of minutes with vegetables out of your garden. You can get this recipe and all the recipes we work on at digincolorado.com.